Okay. Daisy, watch out. Watch out. Okay, let's begin. This is our Wednesday morning yin yoga practice called SPINE-ology. And I'm going to be adding a couple, well, at least one new posture today that we haven't really done, I think, at all. It's called cat pulling its tail. It's similar to twisted root, but a little bit easier than that. But we're going to work up to that using dragon pose to kind of build up to being able to get into that posture. So today, let's just start sitting in a meditation pose. Roll your shoulders backwards a few times, starting to loosen up the upper back and the shoulder joints. And then just let the shoulders drop, lifting up through the chest, reaching up through the crown, and just letting your face relax. Forehead relaxes, eyes, cheeks, nose. Swallow to relax the throat. And then let the teeth part so your jaws can relax, your tongue, the roof of your mouth. So let everything go. Beautiful. Let the crown of the head relax, the back of the head, the sides. In other words, relaxing the scalp. And then just feel the breath below your nose going in and out. This is our Anapana meditation. We want the breath to be natural, but sometimes you have to deepen the breath a little bit to get it strong enough for you to feel it. And that's okay. To take a couple of deeper breaths to create that sensation below the nose is fine. But then eventually try to let your breath go back to its natural rhythm again. So this is to help us learn to concentrate better, easier, to have better focus. Right? We can bring our attention, our awareness into our control just by focusing on this small space below the nose. And we can do this wherever we are, anytime, any place, just by not even closing the eyes, just by focusing on the breath below the nose. And I use it all the time when I start getting a little frazzled, right? We are in control of our energy, right? No one else, our time, our focus, our mind, our body. So we just have to take the reins, and that's what this practice helps us do. Now let's begin our breathing. We're going to begin by breathing into the stomach and let the stomach expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, engage your belly muscles, draw the belly muscles back. And then just begin again, breathing in, let your stomach expand, breathing out, pull the belly muscles back to push out stale air. Just continue like that, just a few rounds as we begin to flood the blood with oxygen. Good, let's take it into the second part now, breathing into the rib cage, feel your ribs expand. Breathing out, relax, and just do it again. Good, opening up. So this seated meditation pose is an easy posture to breathe in and out of as long as you're sitting with your spine straight. Remember, I am recording this class. So for those who might miss it, we'll be able to practice this class today. Now let's take the breath into the chest. Feel your heart rising and falling with your inhales and exhales. Opening up the heart center, love and compassion for yourself. We step onto the mat to practice self-care. And self-care equals self-discipline, right? This is just as important as anything else, or maybe even more important than other things that you have on your plate today, right? So we get into class, we take our time. We give ourselves time to relax and breathe like this, so we're not rushing around trying to hurry up. like we do other things, right? This is the time to slow down. This is the time to let go. So let your practice start with that, right? Slowing down process. Let's fill up the lungs like a glass. Fill the belly, fill the ribs, fill the chest. Pause. Empty chest, ribs, belly draws back. Pause and continue filling bottom to top and emptying top to bottom. Taking the pause at the top and the bottom of the breath. It's going to help you to slow down again, going towards that slowing down aspect of yin yoga. Beautiful. Stretch your arms into a T, palms up. And as you inhale, stretch up, bring your hands together over your head. And as you exhale, hands to the heart center. And then just let your thumbs rest against your breastbone, bow your head. So you're here to take care of yourself, right? Like I said before. So look into your heart, look into your body and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this time, this heart, this body, this mind. And then set an intention for your class. What is it that you need today? Maybe it's learning how to manage your time so you can have time to slow down, right, in the beginning of this practice. And I'm taking a whole course on this right now about organizing my time, right? So I can be more productive and be more relaxed in my life. So it is a practice, and it takes time to get into the groove of slow down, let go. So ask for some puppies. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, guys. Out. Go on. Go on. Go, Dexy. Oh, yeah. Daisy has to get in there. So you ask for what you want, and then you say thank you for it. This is the law of attraction. That's just David getting here to paint the walls. So I have all sorts of contractors in and out. And then bring your hands to your forehead to touch. Remember, thoughts will be there, but they're not who you are. Just watch, be the witness to your thinking. And then hands back to the heart center. Let's practice Om. Now I have the music turned off because I want to see if the Om will come through fully for you when there's not another line of music or something else sound coming through. Okay, so let's see how it sounds. Okay, nice big Om. Breathe in. Oh. So it may still cut out or it may not. So we're going to start today with swan pose. So we're going to start by stretching out the lower back a little bit in the outside edge of the hip. So right leg forward, left leg back. Swan is this 90-degree angle with the front leg. So like I said, we're moving towards a pose that I don't think we've ever really done in this class before. And it's called cat pulling its tail. So get the right leg 90 degrees, right knee in front of right hip, right foot across right knee. Left knee is just bent out to the side, relaxing both legs. And then if you're not at your 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, start moving your torso towards the front leg and using your blocks maybe under your elbows, whether you're up high like this or medium if you're down a little lower, or maybe you're all the way on the floor with your elbows. You can use the block under your forehead, whatever level feels good. All right, we're going to stay here for 5 minutes and get a nice stretch. So let's breathe, finding that sweet discomfort point, the edge, the 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. This is our first job as we enter each pose. Where is that sweet discomfort point? And then once you find it, second principle is to become still. So we start out slow in the beginning, right? Even maybe before the practice starts, by laying on our mat, by sitting, closing the eyes, and, calmly beginning our practice. So now we can be still. Okay, just making it easier on yourself. So my tea bag today says, one thorn of experience is worth a whole wilderness of warning. James Russell Noel. One thorn of experience is worth a whole wilderness of warning. Have to think about that one. So that's the first minute. Let's keep breathing. Keep letting your body melt into the pose. Remember to work at that 5 throughout the pose. So if it changes, come back to the 5, coming in or out a little if you need to. Nice steady breaths in and out through the nose. Try to keep your eyes closed to help create better focus, easier focus. Remember, we're witnessing the thinking as we let thoughts come and go. Right? Letting go of the thought is part of the process of letting go. Slow down so we can witness thoughts. We can feel the body. And as you see a thought, we create space between the thought and ourselves, our awareness. And this is where we can take control of our thinking. But we have to slow down first enough to be able to do that. To be able to see it as just a thought, not who we are. Now feel your IT band stretching on the outside of the right leg or wherever you're feeling this posture today. And then try to take your breath with your mind focusing on that part of your body and breathe into it and breathe out of it. Begin to soften these areas of your body that are tight or limited. We let go of gripping of the muscle in this practice, so we can target the ligament between the bones. Become more flexible, juice up the joints. Okay, we're halfway there. Keep breathing. students. Okay, now let's slowly start to rise. We're going to bring the legs out in front and then just shake them out a little bit. Just bounce the knees gently on the mat. I like to do that. Remember, you're doing what feels good. Feet flat, knees side to side. Hi, Daisy. All right, let's take our reverse table, okay? Come on over here. Lay down. Hands and feet flat, lift and squeeze. Oh my gosh. And when you're done, slowly sit, shake out your hands, and we're going to switch gear after this. So let's roll the shoulders backwards. Good, just moving around. All right, now let's try another Om. And just feel the sound in your body, right? Really tuning in. This is another way to really help our bodies to slow down, to focus better, dharana. Okay, Om, let's breathe in. Om. Cleansing breath, inhale. Let's come to cats and cows next. So bring your blocks forward. Come to your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then just begin to move and breathe. Inhaling, tail and chin go up. Exhaling, tail and chin go down. Back and forth, nice and slow and steady. Good. Remember, this is our spine class, so really feel your spine moving around. And all of these postures, because they are getting into the hips, are going to help with your lower back and sciatica and all the things, low back pain and pressure. All right, right arm up, right arm on the floor, behind the left wrist for thread the needle on the right. And just stay there and breathe, see what it feels like. Every day the body's different. So we make our intuitive adjustments according to how it feels in the pose. Going in, coming out, it's called playing our edge. And it's our responsibility, and as we take care of our body, to make those changes and not let the ego get in the way that tells us to stay in pain. Or maybe fear that stops us from going further and trying something that's uncomfortable. All right, we're going to rewind. Left hand down, right arm sweeps up, stay there and breathe. Feel that beautiful upper back twist, and then switch hands. Left arm up. Good. Now let's switch again, stepping the right foot back, just opening up like a star. left toes come behind like a kickstand. Let your head dangle. And do what feels good with your top arm, right? You can just let it hang back. You can reach over your head, or you're welcome to do circles with that right arm all the way around, nice and slow, and a couple times in each direction. Do what feels good. You'll never go wrong if you're just listening to your body and honoring what it feels like today. All right, good job. Now we're going to lift off the left hand for gate. So let's lift up, and we'll do that side, the lateral flexion stretch for the left side of the waist. So you can use your elbow on your leg or your hand, and then the left arm can come up and over or straight up, or it can actually stay by your side if you prefer. Do what feels good. Back foot's nice and flat so you can feel the security. Left toe is behind you too. You don't have to worry about falling here. Try to push your hips forward though, so you're not sticking your bum out behind you. And then lengthen out of the waist. Lift your ribs, bend to the right. Beautiful gate pose. Let's bring the left hand back down, lift the right leg if you can. And then see if you can bend the knee, bring the right hand down and step your right foot through to dragon. Okay, slide your left knee back until you find a good stretch. And then place your block in front of your back knee. So let's stay in baby dragon 1 minute. And then we'll go 2.5 high, 2.5 low. All right, 6 minute total today, front knee over front ankle. We're draping the torso over the right leg, hands on either side of the foot. Maybe letting your head hang if that feels good. Keep breathing. So make sure the blocks are handy, and you're always welcome to stay here. Otherwise, put the blocks straight up and down under your hands and lift your chest away from your thigh for high dragon back bend. So it's a compression of the lower back, a big strong stretch for the front of the left hip. So this is where the benefit comes from, really releasing tension from the front of the hip. Now remember, the slowing down is also about breathing. We breathe slow in and out. And then the mind and body are connected. The breath is the bridge. So really helps everything to slow down by breathing slowly like this. 2.5 minutes. If it gets too strong, go back to baby dragon. Now we're into the front of the left hip more, hip flexors and quads. This can get tight from squats, like I was doing squats this morning, right? And so if you do squats or chair pose, Utkatasana, maybe in your practice, your other yoga practices. This part of the body is used quite a bit with those type of postures. So keep breathing. We've got 90 seconds to go. Stomach and spleen meridians are being stimulated. Nice slow breaths. And we're watching the mind, feeling the breath, listening to the body. This is senses inward, right? As we bring our senses inward, one of the 8 limbs called pratyahara. Just 30 seconds. Releasing tension from the front of the hip helps release the lower back tension. All connected. So let's go to baby dragon, put the blocks inside the front foot, and then travel down to low dragon with elbows on the blocks. You can walk your right foot out to the right a little bit. All right, we'll stay here for 2.5 more for a total of 6 in our dragon pose today. Getting the quads ready for our cat pulling its tail posture. That's the goal of our class today, is to attempt this pose. We're not going to force the body into the posture. See how the body does. And then honor it wherever it is. Two more minutes. Keep breathing. Keeping the breath steady and smooth. If you'd like, for 30 seconds or so, you can put your right hand on your right knee and turn your chest to the right. Remember, we were just turning the chest to the left in our thread the needle. This is called winged dragon pose. All right, now we're going to straighten the arms and pull the hips back into half splits. Hang out there. This is just a really good stretch for the hamstrings, and you can let your head hang too to get into the back of the neck, the upper spine. Just keep breathing. Okay, take the right leg back. Stand in table pose, and then lift the right knee, tuck it behind your left. Spread your feet, crawl back, and see how it feels right now in shoelace pose. And we'll just do shoelace for 3 minutes. Notice how the hips feel. As you enter the pose, you can sit on the block underneath your seat if you like. Just make sure you can breathe wherever you go. Your breath is always the platform, the foundation of the pose. So tune in. See if you can still breathe softly and calmly. Slowly. See if you can relax your muscles. Because if you can't, you don't want to go any further. You just want to hang out here and relax. If you want more, you can start folding forward if the muscles are relaxed. You need more pressure in your outer rotation. Second time we do this will be easier because we will already have been through the first side of the practice. Okay, now if you'd like, you can add eagle arms, arms to a T, left elbow under right, palms face each other. This is for your upper body meridians, for your shoulder flexibility. So working in the heart and lungs, really important right now. You have 2 minutes to go in this pose. Make sure you're relaxing and breathing. Playing your edge with the hips, sweet discomfort. Good. If you like, you can move into Gomukhasana arms, stretching the arms into a T, then bringing the right arm up, Pat yourself in the back, grab that right elbow with your left hand, see how you feel. Good, just another direction of the shoulder. Opposite of our reverse table we were in earlier. One more minute to go. You're always welcome to add that side bend here. Block on the left since the left knee's on top. So this is similar to our gate pose. Opening up the side of the body. Or your arm can go straight up or over your head, just whatever feels good. All right, now we're going to untangle the legs. Bring the legs out front. Shake them out a little bit. And see how it feels. Good. Feet flat, knees side to side. Okay. Let's see. We're going to lay We're going to lay on the left side of the body. Okay, and you're going to be on your left elbow. The right leg's going to come straight out in front. And that might be hard, so you could always bend that front knee. What you're going to do is bend the left leg, grab the left foot behind your back. This is cat pulling its tail. Okay, so I'll turn around the other way so you can see it from the back. Some of you might want to keep this top leg bent more. Some of you want to make it stronger. You straighten the leg out in front of you. Okay, come straight out in front for more intensity. Be careful with your left knee, please. And then another option, which takes it more towards twisted root, is to start coming down to your left shoulder. My student the other day put a block under her head as she came down, and that really helped her to relax more. So if you want, you can put a flat block under your head. Right? And bringing that right leg up further is going to make it stronger. Course. So this is so similar to dragon, right? We just did this side of dragon. So just try it, see what it feels like. Keep breathing. If it's too strong, just do a simple spinal twist with your right knee up, left leg straight. You could do that instead. You could also stay up on your elbow or maybe prop your head with your left hand. Just a few more breaths. And now when you release, try to release the bottom leg first. You can roll onto your back if that's okay. And give your knees a squeeze for a little counter pose. Hug your knees in. Rock side to side. All right, legs in the air, point and flex. And then rock yourself up to seated again. And just sit up tall, close your eyes, and just notice how you feel now. Shake out your hands, roll the shoulders, anything that feels right. Okay, we're going to do an om again. So we're incorporating ohms into our slow down, let go practice today. Breathe in. Om. Nice cleansing breath. Inhale. Left side is swan. So left leg forward, right leg back. Okay, this is our first outer rotation. Then we go into dragon, get into our second outer rotation of shoelace. So 5 minutes here to open up the left side IT band, down the left thigh, the gallbladder meridian channel, You can crawl forward if you'd like to create more pressure. Please make sure your legs are relaxed first. Okay, use your blocks any way you like and keep breathing. So cat pulling its tail is a nice counter pose for forward folds and things like that. It mildly compresses the lower back. That's what Bernie Clark says. And it opens the quadriceps and upper thighs. So you probably felt that. And maybe the second side will be much easier. And we'll just notice, right, without judgment. So find your swan pose. Relax and breathe, sliding your back leg back if you need more pressure. Slowing down, letting go. No place to go, nothing to do. Just be here with this breath as it enters and exits the nostrils. Good. First 90 seconds, just melting in, breathing, developing your concentration. Okay, we're halfway there. Go in a little, come out a little, do what you need to do, but try to be still in between. One more minute, keep breathing. All right, now let's slowly begin to rise and bring both legs out in front. And shake them out a little bit, see what feels good. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then take your second reverse table when you're ready. When you come down, shake up your hands, roll your shoulders again. Maybe turn your head side to side. Let's take another Om. Breathe in. Om. Another cleansing breath. Inhale. Then move to our cows and cats. Hands and knees, up and down, nice and slow. Okay, so we got into the IT band just now on the left side. Move your hips around, see what feels good. Any way that feels right, right up and down, side to side, circles. Okay, now left arm goes up this time, left arm on the floor behind the right wrist, shoulder down, left side of the face or head, and then just relax. Just let your body melt into it. You stay here for a couple minutes. You can always lift your top arm if you want, tuck it behind your back. The ancient Taoists studied nature to determine what universal principles could be applied to humans' health and well-being. The 5 elements in nature are drawn from fire, water, wood, metal, and earth. And these 5 were chosen based on the observations of ancient Asian philosophers who theorized that the natural world, as well as the human body, incorporate each of these elemental characteristics. fire, water, wood, metal, and earth. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little while. Right hand down. We're going to bring the left arm up. Reverse out of the pose. Feel the stretch. And then switch when you're ready. Left hand down. Right hand up. And feel the pressure, which is a good pressure, right? As it opens up the chest and shoulders. And switch again. This time stepping your left foot back for the second side of side plank pose. Letting the head dangle, right arm can fall back or over the ear. Just see what feels good. Keep breathing. You can make circles with your top arm, nice and slow, a couple times in each direction if that feels good. Or just stay in one position. All right, we're going to lift off the bottom hand. So lift the right hand up, and then you're going to lean to your left, maybe using your elbow or hand against your left leg. Left foot's nice and flat, right toes behind like a kickstand. And just feel the whole side of your body, including the side of your neck, stretch. The right arm can go down or it can stay up, maybe even over your head. So do what feels good. Such a good stretch for the waist. Try to breathe into the tight spaces. Breathe out, relax. Okay, and we'll slowly come back up, right hand down. See if you can lift the left leg. Bend the left knee, turn towards the floor, stepping the left foot through to your high dragon or your baby dragon position to start today. Right knee slides back on the blanket. You can put a block in front of that back thigh to support yourself. Laying over your front leg with hands on either side of the foot. Okay, so let your body decide. Keep breathing. All right, 1 minute, just 1 minute, just to let the body acclimate to the shape. You could always use a block under your right elbow if you need some support. Moving the chest inside the knee might help, make it more comfortable. Good, let's breathe. You can let the head hang or hold it up. What feels good on the neck? Okay, now blocks under the hands. Let's lift the chest as far as it wants to go up today, compressing the lower back. Back toes can point or flex. Good. Elbow rests on the left knee if that's more comfortable. And let's breathe. Find your breath. Feel the stretch in the front of the right hip. Now, the stillness is important because then we're not engaging muscle and the pressure can seep into the joint tissue. When we're moving and engaging muscle, that muscle will take on the pressure instead. Good, nice steady breaths. Remember, we're working on our organs in this practice as well, stomach and spleen with this pose. Urinary bladder, if you're feeling pressure across your low back, most likely. 30 seconds. Maybe taking this time to look up, to open up the throat chakra, compressing the back of the neck. And then we'll place the blocks inside the front foot, maybe pausing in baby dragon to do that. Elbows on the blocks. Left foot steps out to the left a little bit. Maybe your back knee slides back slightly. You can readjust the block there if you need to. 2.5 minutes. Good. Be at your edge wherever you are. Make sure it's not so strong you can't breathe or relax or be still. Those are all signs that we want to watch for. Okay, 2 minutes. Let's breathe. Nice, steady breaths. Slowing down, letting go today. Okay, now we're going to lean back into half splits. And feel the back of the left leg stretch. Keep breathing. You can let your head hang here, whatever feels good. And then we'll take the left leg back, standing on the right knee and table, lift the left leg, tuck it behind the right. Spread your feet and start to crawl back as we get into our shoelace pose now. So right knee on top, left knee on the bottom. It's a 3-minute hold, no big deal. Block can go under the seat if you need some support, right? Or you can just stay seated, relax and breathe. So check in, see if your muscles are relaxed. If they're engaged, I recommend staying here. Maybe even leaning back, just something, anything you can do to help relax. And just take those deep breaths. Once they're relaxed, if you need more pressure, leaning forward to create more tension, more pressure in the hips to stretch deeper. Double outer rotation now for 3 minutes. Nice steady breaths wherever you are. Really getting into the piriformis that runs across the bum, right, and through your glutes. Okay, now if you'd like to add eagle arms, if you're sitting up, arms to a T, right elbow under left this time. And just crossing at the wrist, palms face each other as much as possible. And then just relax, getting into the upper body channels again. The lungs, the intestines, the heart, pericardium. And stretching through the shoulders, especially the traps, the tops of the shoulders. Notice where you feel it. Breathe there. And then our second option, you can open to a T. Remember, you can hold that longer, is to bring the left arm up for Gomukhasana arms. Pat yourself in the back. Grab the left elbow with the right hand. Give it a little pull back. And just breathe. And then, of course, you can take your side bend to the right, placing a block on the right side, another lateral flexion like our gate pose. Feeling the waist getting long, helping the spine to decompress as well. Keep breathing. Okay, so when you're ready, slowly come up, take your top leg up, let the leg stretch out in front of you, keep on breathing. Good, maybe some windshield wipers too, feet flat, knees side to side. We're getting ready for the second side of cat pulling its tail. So this time we're gonna rest on our right side, coming down to the elbow if you like, and the top leg is what stretches forward. So the knee can be bent or you can have it straight out, and then we reach back for the top of the right foot with the left hand. Okay, so that's the first position. From there, you can always drop down to your shoulder, which is much more comfortable on this side for me, and then grab the foot there. If you can't hold the foot, that's okay. Do your spinal twist instead, keeping the left knee bent, straighten your right leg, and just roll into the spinal twist. If it's really just too hard on your knee, okay, make it stronger by stretching the left leg forward, straightening that leg. Try to relax the left leg, especially if you're holding that foot. And then another option is to stretch the right arm over the head and just lay back a little bit more. Maybe that block is resting underneath the side of the head. Okay, let's stay here just for a few breaths. Introducing this cat pulling its tail pose. Your version of it. And keep breathing in and out through your nose. Be aware of your breath. Now let's slowly release. If you're holding the foot, straighten it. And we can roll back onto our back bodies and give the knees a nice squeeze. Rock side to side a little. And let's get into our happy baby. Pull the knees apart, feet up. Grab whatever you can reach comfortably. Let the legs relax completely. Good. Now drag the back of the head up towards the top of your mat. So your chin is coming down, the back of the neck is lengthening, just so you're not lifting your chin towards the ceiling. Now, if you're comfortable, your legs are nice and floppy, maybe rocking side to side. And if you're not, just stay still, work on relaxing those legs. Remember, you can hold your ankles, you can hold behind your knees with your forearms. What feels good today? Keep breathing. Good, let's bring the legs up, roll the ankles around, point and flex, and rock to seated. And take another short pause. Good, maybe shake your hands, whatever feels good. Rolling the shoulders. All right, let's take a big cleansing breath together, or let's do an Om and a cleansing breath. Breathe in. Om. Cleansing breath. All right, let's come to hands and knees, get ready for frog. So cats and cows first. You can put your blocks underneath you if you like to now before we get started, or you can wait till we're getting into the pose. So cats and cows up and down, nice and slow. And I just remembered that I ordered spontaneously, of course, a poster that has the Gayatri mantra written on it that I'll be hanging in here and teaching the Gayatri mantra. So I love chanting. I was in a kirtan band for a while out of Rochester, Michigan, and I'd love to teach that. It's the oldest chant known to man, the Gayatri mantra. Let's look at where the hands are. If you haven't put your blocks there, place them there. Elbows where the hands were. Knees slide open, body comes down, and we can rest just the body, the chest, the ribs, whatever feels good, onto our blocks, and then the other block for the forehead. Now make sure it's strong enough that you're feeling a good pressure, and this is another 5-minute hold. So let your feet do what feels good, right? If you get into it, your body really has wisdom in it that knows how far to go, what to do. And then the mind gets in the way, right? It starts pushing us in different directions. So maybe where your feet are is exactly where they need to be today. But if you feel like you need more along the way, you can always flex your feet, turn your toes out, separate your heels no wider than the knees, or less pressure, less inner rotation, toes pointed towards each other. And that's more just like abduction on the inner thigh tissue, on the adductors. Okay, nice steady breaths in and out. Feel the inner thighs stretching. That's our first minute. So maybe cat pulling its tail helps you with this pose to take some pressure off. And maybe it feels a little easier right now. Just notice as it changes every day. So Chinese medicine uses a time-tested diagnostic model based on this theory to analyze how the various parts of a person's body and mind interact to affect their health. These 5 elements symbolically express the physical elements as 5 processes of energy. They are not literal designations, but can be thought of as approximations of behavior. The 5 natural elements are matched up with the 5 yin organs and represent how each yin-yang pair behaves on an energetic level when in or out of balance. The heart and small intestine act most like fire, or energy that rises. When their energy is depleted, we feel cold-hearted or depressed. When there is an excess, we feel aggressive and fiery. On the other 4 pairs, water, likened to energy sinking, is associated with the kidneys and urinary bladder. Wood energy expanding, is linked with the liver and gallbladder. Metal, the regulation and communication of energy, is related to the lungs and large intestine. And earth, stable or centered energy, describes the spleen and stomach. As with the universe at large, every aspect of human beings, including the mind, emotions, and physical substances, can be associated with the relationship between the 5 elements. Good, you have about 90 seconds to go. Just keep breathing as we work on the kidney and liver channels. So remember, the kidneys are connected with water element, and the liver is connected with the wood element. So let's go ahead and take the blocks out for now. Just see how it feels without the props for 1 minute. Letting your body relax into it. Breathe, watch the mind. Come back to your breath by your nose. You're safe, your body's healthy and strong. No. 30 seconds. Can you lay down? Keep breathing, slow, steady breaths. Such a good stretch for the inner thighs, for the groin. Now let's lean into it, coming down to the belly. Stretch the legs behind. Just turn your head to one side. Take a rest. Arms can be next to your body, palms up. See if you can turn your gaze to the right, so we're all on the same side. And then if you want more pressure on your neck, bring the right knee up, turn your gaze to the left, doing what feels good with your arms. And then switch, bringing your legs together, turn your gaze to the left, arms by your sides. Or if you want more pressure, left knee up, gaze to the right. Just relax and breathe. And when you're ready, prop yourself up on your elbows. And let your hips rock side to side if that feels good. This is called Sphinx pose. Hands can be flat or together, whatever feels appropriate. You can let your head hang, stretching like a pendulum. If you want more pressure, you can put a block under each elbow. And that's going to put more pressure on the low back. Be careful. Let your hips be heavy, lifting up through the rib cage if your low back feels compressed. And then if you're ready for seal pose, elbows on the ground, hands flat, lock your legs, squeeze your butt and lift up, pushing your hands down into the mat, lifting up through the chest and ribs, through the chin if it's possible. Feel the stretch through the abdomen. And then we'll meet in child's pose when you're done, just gently coming up and sitting back. Good, feel your lower back now. Bowing to yourself, whatever feels good, maybe a block under the forehead. Breathe into your lower back. Okay, let's roll up and sit on the feet. Remember, this one's really good for your fixed firm pose, your saddle pose, where we sit down between the feet. So first we're going to sit on the feet though. That's how we get the tops of the ankles open. And you can use a block between your feet if you like. Roll the shoulders backwards if that feels good. Good. Just noticing your body without judgment. Move your head around. You can lean back if you need more pressure. And maybe lift the knees off the ground. Okay, let's switch to the bottoms of the feet, toes turn under. When you're ready, you can wiggle your feet first and then start to get some pressure on the toes. So your body is this amazing healing machine, right? You do things to your body, you hurt yourself, and if you just step out of your own way, give your body time to heal, it will heal. We don't need to panic. Because it's going to happen, right? It's inevitable. As I've demonstrated, I seem to injure myself quite a bit, but it comes with just an active lifestyle, right? Just running around, jumping around, doing things. If you want to get into the wrist here, turn your fingers back. I was just thinking about my left toe. I couldn't do this for a couple weeks. It's actually feeling a lot better now. It's not all black and blue anymore, right? This is the process of healing that the body goes through. Okay, now let's lift the knees off the floor, come into our little squats. And it still hurts. I can still feel it's there, but it's so much better, right? Or just getting sick like I was last week, right? We just have to just go with the flow with these things. And yes, sometimes they stop us from doing things, going to places we want to go. But I think sometimes that's on purpose. Let's go ahead and roll up to standing. We'll get into our forward fold now. Get your feet hip distance so you're comfortable. And bend the knees and just notice how open your quads feel from the work that we've done already. And feel the hamstring stretch now. Target the back of your legs, bending or straightening your knees, whatever you need to do. Weight can go back into the heels. That's what I like to do. And then lengthen through your spine. So keep the front of the body long, and then you can hang forward, dangling pose. So your elbows can stay on your knees. You can put a block on your thighs or just hang down. What feels good? Okay, we have 3 minutes here. That's the first minute. Maybe you let your head hang and shake your head slowly, yes and no. If you'd like, since we're close to the end of class, we've already done reverse table, maybe you let your body hang, get your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and lift the arms towards the sky. What feels good? Letting your body decide. Now you're welcome to put one hand on the ground. Maybe it's the left hand, left knee bends, right leg straightens, lift the right arm. For another little twist here. And then you can switch, right hand down, right knee bends, left leg straightens, left arm in the air. You could do that anytime we're in this pose. That might give you more space to hang forward. 1 more minute to go. You can sway side to side a little with your torso if you're hanging. All right, let's come to child's pose. Knees on the blanket. Just let go for a few breaths. Bowing to your beautiful self. Feel your whole body so much more open now. Spine, hips, knees, feet, shoulders, neck. Good. Now go ahead, roll up to seated, and we're going to come back to our seated meditation pose. Close the eyes, sit up nice and tall. And let's do another set of Om and our cleansing breath. Breathe in. Om. Nice cleansing breath. So good for the lungs. All right, let's place the blocks behind us. One sideways, one straight up and down. Go ahead, lay back. Make sure you're feeling a nice opening in your chest and upper spine. So this is our spine class. So really getting into your upper back, maybe bending the elbows 90 degrees to get deeper into the chest. Dexter. Or the arms to a T or by your sides or over your head, whatever feels right. Let your lower back be long so you're not pinching your lower back. Tuck your tail under if you're feeling that. Then just close your eyes. Let's let go here by taking a cleansing breath first. Inhale. Just let your body rest. But we're also opening here, right? So feel the chest opening. So for the first couple minutes, if you want to, bring the arms up over your head, really getting into that upper back. You can hold opposite elbows or wrists. Or you can have your arms straight if that feels better over the head. I like the elbows bent. It gets more into the upper spine. Just close your eyes. Let the breath breathe you. No place to go, nothing to do. Taking this time to slow down and let go for yourself. Swallow, relax your throat, let your jaws relax. Let your tongue get full in the bottom of the mouth as you let it go. Good. Let your cheeks relax, your nose. Let your eyes soften as they close and the eyes melt towards the ground below. Relaxing your temples and eyebrows. Letting the forehead smooth out like warm oil just dripping on your third eye. Let your forehead relax as thoughts just float by. Letting go of thinking. Now, without moving, just softly begin to lengthen each breath. Noticing that you've changed, your body, your mind, your heart are more open, more relaxed. Skim the thumbs across your fingertips. And stretch your arms up and over your head if that feels good. Just let the arms hang there for a few breaths. Then slide your feet flat and just roll off to whichever side feels best. Relax. On the surface of the earth, feeling your groundedness, the earth element in your body. And then make your way up to seated so we can close our practice out. Placing the hands at your heart center once you get into your meditation pose. Thank yourself for being here, for taking this time to nurture and nourish your body, your spirit, and your mind. Let's seal it in with an Om. Breathe in. Om. One more cleansing breath. Inhale. Remember, the light within you and me is the same as the light within all beings. See that light in yourself every day and try to see it in everyone you meet. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.